survive. Hell of a hell of a.
What's good, guys? Today is Sunday, January the 8th, 2023. This video will, of course, be regarding the Shanquella Robinson case. And specifically, I wanted to bring another one of the raw interviews to the channel. Yes, it is old. It is the very first interview that Bernard Robinson did with the North Carolina Beat, specifically Gerald Jackson. And regardless of what you may think about Gerald Jackson, it has nothing to do with it. What we're looking at is the information that is contained in that interview. Nothing to do with Gerald Jackson whatsoever. But he was, in fact, granted the first interview with Bernard Robinson. So, I have tried to take out the little teeniest, tiniest pieces to try to speed this up just a hair because it is kind of lengthy. But it's important to try to remember who says what, because what happens over time is we remember things that may in fact be wrong. Like saying that Bernard Robinson said this when in fact it was Gerald Jackson that said it in the actual interview. Or like Miss Jessica with Power 98 said something, but someone else is hearing Quilla say it. No, that's not how that works. So you've really got to pay attention to who is saying what and the information that is contained in these interviews. So I definitely wanted to bring this to the channel, more or less as a reference, so that not only I, but others could go back and listen to it, should they need to gather something from this interview. So let's go ahead and cut to the interview. As I said, yes, I know this is old. It is actually from November the 17th of 2022. But I'm going to go ahead and get to it now.
Can you talk about the lie that they told?
Well, first, I was sitting at home on a Saturday, which was the 29th. It was like 7 or 8 p.m. And the phone rung. I'm sitting there looking at TV. So my mom said, I said, well, mom's calling. So I picked the phone up and it wasn't sounding right. So then she said, Shanquella gone. So, I said, gone, gone where, and she said, she dead. I said, dead how? And she said, alcohol poison. So when she said alcohol, I said, how she got alcohol poison? Where's she at? So she said, Mexico, Cabo. So, the phone just, my phone dropped and I just started crying. I'm trying to figure out who she was over there with, and said she was over there with some friends that she went to school with, went to Salem with. So I said, you know of them? You know them? She said, I know of them. I just know she went to school with them. So, from there, my whole night was just trauma, man. I just cried all that night. Just cried.
Yeah.
Not knowing, how, over in Mexico, where she at, or what,
Now,
right now,
go ahead, Dad.
It's just hard. It's just the point that alcohol poisoning. It didn't sound right,
Right.
I said, how you got over there, for the flu over there, I'm trying to, when she leave? So he said she left Friday, got there 8 o'clock. She said she talked to her on the phone, and they were sitting there drinking, eating tacos and salads. The chef came in, and from there she said, I'll talk to you tomorrow. So from that point, that was Friday, so Saturday, so she telling me the whole story now. So from that point then, that's when she found her dead at 3 o'clock. Say her friend Khalid was on the phone talking to us, and she was, sick, throwing up. She wasn't feeling well. She took a shower, laid back down, and they called the Airbnb house. They supposed to send a medic doctor out there to the house, and they had to pay $150 for the doctor to come. So when the doctor came, they had to look at her, try to put an IV in her arm, and, said the IV popped out and she went into a seizure. That's what Khalid telling, her mom's all this right here now. So,
right.
I I'm trying to figure out, I'm listening to the conversation, so I'm trying to figure out, well, why colleague, didn't give you the phone or let you hear the doctors. Then one of them in the house, which was told, one of them told her she need to wire $5,000 over there so they can take her to the hospital or so she be able to get in the hospital. I said, $5,000 for what? I mean, she got insurance. She always had insurance. Right. So from that point, that's it. So then all of a sudden, Monday came. Okay, now we getting together trying to figure out where she at. So she on the embassy, calling the embassy. They giving her to run around. I don't know too much about Mexico, none of that. So me and my brother was over my mom's house. So as I'm standing here talking to y'all right now, I'm just hurting all inside. So my mind is really on my daughter, but I'm sitting here telling what was told to me. So what I had to do, in which I know it wasn't a God that led me to her. So me and my brother got on that phone and started Googling all the funeral homes that was over in Mexico, Cabo. So we came up with funeral home, Riviera funeral home over there. And first we called, a guy answered the phone. He didn't speak English. So we called back again, and another young lady answered the phone. And her name was Elizabeth. And from that point on, she said, I asked her, you have Shanquella Robinson over there? She said, yes, sir. Like, Miss Robinson, I'm sorry for your loss. And so from that point on, she said, Mr. Robinson, I'm going to stick with you until I get your daughter back to the States. So that lady was like an angel. So a lot of paperwork had to be done. My mom, since the paperwork was already in the system, so I called her back. She said, yeah, I got the paperwork. I need a release form so I can release her body to you. And so we did that. The bill came up and everything. So I wired the money over there, After I wired the money, they got the body. So did the paperwork, and it'll take a while for that paperwork to get done because they transfer everything over into English. Yeah. So she got back here last Thursday, around about 5 o'clock. So I'm sitting there in the funeral home. As soon as that door opened and that box came in there, with her in it, man, just cried like a baby. Yeah. Didn't even want to leave out the funeral home. My brother had to pull me out of there. I'm sitting here, looking at her, seeing, a knot on her head, her eyes swole. She got a cut lip. And, just, that's no alcohol wasn't going to do all that. So I said, something not adding up right here. And so y'all going to come back here to the States and bring her luggage back, sit right there in her mom's, in her sister's face, ate, told y'all a story, how it happened, alcohol poisoning and all that. And then, 2 or 3 days later, when that report came back, the lady told me, no, Mr. Brown, your daughter didn't die of no alcohol poisoning. She died, it was trauma to her neck and her spinal cord. It was broke. So that's when I just had it. I said, no. I said, baby girl, your daddy is not going to let you die in vain. I will get justice for you. Right. Yeah. We'll get justice for you. So, going forward, I didn't let up. I did not let up not one bit. And I know the grace of God has got everybody out here who caring and loving and everything and giving me the strength that I need to stand on this, because I've been crying. I've been having my moments. I really can't sleep because that was my heart. It's a big hole. Y'all done came back here. Y'all got kids. I think some of you all got little kids from what I heard. I don't be on Facebook or social media or Twitter, all that. I don't that's not my style. Yeah. So I'm more of a person. I'm just laid back in the back scene. But all at the same time, her father has been here all along. Her whole 25 years she's been on this earth. Yeah. It's been her dad and all her friends who know me would tell you. Her dad. Yeah. Her dad. And I know for a fact, I know she probably called out for her dad. Yeah. And for her to go out here and suffer like that. I mean, for her to suffer the way y'all did, to beat on her because she's not a fighter. She's not a fighter at all. Right, yeah. And it's a shame, for y'all men to be sitting in the room, the video I saw. Yeah. For y'all men to be sitting in that room and y'all let this go on, ain't do nothing. And Khalid, you're supposed to be her best friend for 5 years. 5 years. Friend. No, I want to. Y'all supposed to be friends. Yeah. Friends just don't do that. Yeah. Not at all. Yeah. I understand y'all parents. Your parents ain't even reached out to me, or I don't know if you reached out to a mom or not, but your parents ain't reached out to me. You all ain't reached out to me. So I say something ain't adding up right here. But I just ask God to give me the strength and bring me to justice. Show me what really happened over there, Lord. That's all I ask. I'm not perfect, but I know I know definitely where my help comes from.
Yes.
I know definitely where my help comes from.
Yeah.
And God has been moving. He's been moving.
Yeah.
And Gerald, the way God moved in you, when you say you called that Monday morning, I know I had prayed, say prayer, I always pray. And it's just how everything just going, it's just everything just coming. The cover just been pulled off,
Yeah.
And, I'm still hurting. Like I said, I'm sitting here hurting, talking about this as I'm hurting right now, knowing in 2 days, I got to bury her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And y'all came back here, then shut down your Facebook pages. You're not talking no more like you was before you left. So what why you hiding? Just tell the truth.
Just tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Mr. Robinson, I want to.
You got a father here that won't even be, you got a father here now, won't even be a granddaddy. I can't even walk her down the, can't walk her down the aisle.
Yeah.
Can't even hear a voice. Can't hear her say daddy. She gone.
Yeah.
She gone.
Yeah.
And y'all took that from me. Y'all took that from me. And Khalid, I know she told you about her dad. I know she did. You got a dad. Y'all got dads and a mother that I know of.
Yeah.
Take a look at you all. Y'all can have a conversation. I can't have no conversation no more. It's gone.
Yeah.
So I had to come on here and, speak my heart and speak my mind. I'm not a deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
Anybody who knew me, all my daughter's friends, know what type of dad I was.
Yeah. Me and you talked, and we talked about having an interview. And I know we talked about, you said that you're only give you one first because you've been working on it. And I just want to thank you. Leo came back, brought your daughter's luggage to the house, had dinner, and sat in y'all family's face and told y'all that Shanquella died from alcohol poisoning. And then when I called you about the video, you didn't even know anything about the video until I called you and told you about the video, and I sent it to you. And now that the video is out, it definitely confirms what you were saying all along about, the alcohol poisoning doesn't put a knot on your head. It doesn't swell your eyes. It doesn't bust your lip. It don't do any of that. And I know that that's one of the parts that you can't even fathom of how this man can come to your family's face and tell y'all a lie like that. Now, I spoke with Miss Salamandra. I spoke with Miss Robinson, and she had told me that Khalil had been coming back over to the house. He was coming around every day. Did he ever call you? Did he ever reach out to you personally and tell you, what happened or any of that?
No, Khalil never called whatsoever. When his mom was telling me, he'll come over to the house. I guess he was coming over to see what kind of information they knew. But once I found the information out, that's how they found the information, was through me, that she had a broken neck and a broken spinal cord trauma.
Right.
That's how they got the information, was through me. And then once they came, when I called and said what happened, then he was over there. Then all of a sudden, from what they told me, he got all sick and wasn't feeling good. And said his aunt was with him or his mama was with him. And he wanted to leave. And when he left, they ain't heard no more from him. So and then when I saw the video, for y'all to beat her, knowing she's not a fighter, for y'all to, I don't know if y'all woke up out of her sleep, to beat her naked like that. Well, why she was naked? For your men to sit in that room and watch her, that girl hit on her like that while she was naked. I mean,
it's
the men in the room. I mean, do y'all have sisters? Do y'all have a mother? What if someone show y'all a video like that? A man, someone beating on your mother or beating on your sister naked, how would you feel? And she's not even defending herself because she's not a fighter. You're already bigger than her. She ain't petite, no way no more than about 120, 125 pounds. That's not her style. Her style is not a fighter. Her style is not a fighter. She wasn't raised like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
She wasn't raised like that. She was raised to, to have fun and treat people like she want to be treated. Laugh. Care for others. And y'all want to take her over there out of her comfort zone and do her that way when she thinking she going over there to have fun. And y'all seen that to me, it was a setup.
Yeah. And that's what it seems like to me as well.
To the grace of God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get justice. She would not die in vain.
No.
I'm gonna get justice. I'm gonna get justice.
Yes, sir. Yes, we are going to get justice. You are going to get justice. Shanquella's going to get justice. Your entire family is going to get justice. Now, Mr. Bernard, Friday, they are over in Mexico. Saturday, as you talked about earlier, Khalil calls And he says that Shanquella is not feeling good. She's been throwing up and she's resting. And then he calls back because Salamandra told me that, she told him, just, keep an eye on her, just keep me up there and know what's going on. And then he calls back and says that they are trying to resuscitate her. And you're trying to understand, well, what's going on? And then he comes up with this alcohol poisoning bullshit, Now, and I understand that the FBI is now investigating. You have been in contact. Your entire family has been in contact with the FBI. But have you learned anything as far as the Mexican police seeing any type of bruises on her when they got there? Did the medics observe anything different about her when they got there for them to allow these people to leave a room? After saying that she had alcohol poisoning and then tending to her body, and it's obvious signs that, she was beat. Have you learned anything? I mean, has any information been communicated to you that the Mexican authorities or the doctor or the medics over there saw any of those signs on her?
As right now, I'm just waiting for all that information to come back to me.
Yeah, you wait for all that information to come
back to me.
Right,
But
right.
When I saw her, when I saw her laying there, when they rolled her in the funeral home, I mean, we saw the bruises.
Right.
We saw the bruises.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. She was in her pajamas, her flannel pajamas, pants, and a shirt. So I don't know if they put that on her or who put that on her. But I don't just see how can y'all sleep. I don't see how all of y'all can sleep. I don't see how can all of y'all go about and do y'all daily duties and sit there knowing what y'all did.
Yeah.
Knowing what y'all did.
Right. Now, I understand, Mr. Bernard, that you're waiting for more information as it relates to that. Now, the death certificate stated, now the video shows that there was a fight in the bedroom. It's early morning outside if you look at the outside in the video. But the death certificate stated that she was found in the living room. But the video shows that a fight was inside the bedroom, and I do know, and I communicated with you from a source, that there is a second video, because obviously, Shanquella is on the ground with her head down, so I mean, you can tell that she's still alive. But then other information that we learned today about Winter Donovan grabbing her around her neck and slapping her and her not getting back up, there is a second video that is out there. And this information came directly from someone who is friends with Dejanay's mother, and this information was communicated because people were upset about the fact that only one angle is being showed, and that is Dejanay assaulting your daughter. This was not a fight. This was a brutal assault because your daughter was not fighting back. And in that video, at the end, Khalil had told Shanquella's sister and Miss Salamandra that he was not there when all of this happened, after the fact that they learned from talks from those that was there that there was a fight, that he was not in the room. But the video clearly shows him to the left. I mean, you've never seen Khalil, have you, Mr. Bernard?
No, never seen Khalil.
Right.
The only thing I saw is pictures of all of them.
Right.
I saw pictures of all of them.
Yeah.
I heard the same thing you heard. There's a video out there.
Yeah.
That she picked up by the neck and slammed on the ground, and once they slammed her, she didn't get back up. Did not get back up. So I guess that slam back there must have broke her neck and her spinal cord.
Do you need a second, Mr. Bernard? I can turn this off for a minute.
No, man, go ahead. We can go through this. We can go through this.
Yes, sir. I know this is. I'm sorry, this is very, very, very difficult.
I really don't know how much I love my daughter. Y'all really don't know. Y'all don't know what y'all have done to me. Y'all really don't know how, the hold that y'all didn't put in me. So I really don't know. Serious, So y'all can just come back here and deal with y'all did. And leave her there. Leave her there. And then just leave her there. And then the maid had to find her from what I'm hearing, Y'all don't understand how much pain my daughter was in, sitting there with a broken neck or spinal cord, Then I'm hearing, I don't know, Nazeer or whatever. He came to the house, So he was the last one. Something about he was the last one. He was the last one about her breathing or something, He was playing soft music and rubbing her head. Really? All of y'all could have got her help. All of y'all. but y'all chose not to.
You watch any of Nazeer's videos?
Yeah, I watched a little bit how he's saying this and that, saying that. Really? Really?
And the problem that I have is, I don't.
You came there and you saw her. You should have got help. If you was her friend, and you ain't seen her in 9 years. You came in that house. Ain't no way you gonna sit here and you saw the bruises. You saw the bruises. You came in the house. You gonna sit there and say you played music and rub her head and then she took a last breath. You left. You saw the music. I mean, come on, man. Really? You should have came in that house. Hey, y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all staying down here. Y'all staying down here. Y'all not going back. Y'all not back going to the United States.
Exactly. He should have
came in here and saw these bruises. Y'all didn't hurt this girl. No.
Exactly. That is the problem.
I think she got a mother and a father. She got people back here in the States that love her and care about her. Especially her daddy.
Yeah.
And then y'all can't even call. You come to the house, over to her sister's house, and try to say, Miss Robinson, do you have Mr. Robinson phone number? Can we call him and give him my condolences? Not at all. Y'all didn't even open your mouth. I ain't doing that at all. Especially you, Khalid. Even your parents. Y'all parents ain't reached out.
Dirty.
Your parents ain't even reached out. None. Me or her mom. Not that I know her, but I know your parents ain't reached out to me. They still got y'all. They still got y'all. I don't have mine. She gone. Y'all took her away from me. She can't talk for herself. She can't talk for herself, but her daddy is gonna talk. Her daddy gonna stand strong through the grace of God.
Yes, sir.
God gonna give me the strength that I need, and I know everybody out there who got a relationship with God gonna pray that I get the strength to stand where I need to stand.
Yes, sir.
Because my daughter will not die in vain.
Yes, sir.
She will not die in vain.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna give her justice.
She's gonna get justice.
She have to go through this. She did not have to go through this.
Y'all knew, and you know, who killed Shanquella.
And you told her mama. Y'all said right there and told her mama that there wasn't no altercation.
That it was no
y'all told her mama and her sister right there in that face there wasn't no altercation in that house. That's exactly what y'all said. That's exactly what y'all said.
Now,
in a couple of days, I will have all y'all statements.
Sure is.
All y'all statements, what y'all said.
So if you think you're hiding at your mama house, Dejanay, if you think you're hiding, Khalil, if you think you're hiding Win, if you think you're hiding Nazeer, if you think you're hiding Elise, the FBI is on you. And you're going to have to get into the interrogation room and you're going to have to tell what happened. Y'all ain't shit. I'm sorry, Mr. Bernard, but you know how we talk on the phone. So you know me. But
say what you mean.
I am so angry. I'm so angry. I'm so upset. I'm so outraged. You got Nazeer coming on. Let me ask you this. The part that you did here, Mr. Bernard, did you even believe any of what he said, what he was saying?
Not at all.
Not at all.
If you were there, you should have did more than what you did. Should have did more than what you did. Because trust and believe me, every last one of y'all would have stayed there at that hospital down there with my daughter. I would have made sure y'all got back here. You wouldn't have been staying in New Mexico. You would have got back here. You would not have stayed down there. It would have meant a whole lot to me, knowing that you stayed down there with my daughter. So I got there or we got there. We all would have been getting back on that plane together. But y'all didn't do that. Y'all left her. Y'all left her there. Y'all left her there. I wired that money. I wired that money over there. It went $6,000. I wired that money. It was almost $7,000. I wired that money.
And not one of them tried to ask, did they need help?
I wired that money.
Didn't ask, do you need money? Didn't ask nothing. Didn't ask nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I don't want no GoFundMe page. None of that. I wired that money.
Nothing. Mr. Bernard.
Her friend is paid for.
Yes, it is paid for.
Her friend is paid for me to bury her in the next 2 days.
Mr. Bernard, Khalil brought the girl that was in the video assaulting your daughter and another girl to the house. And Shanquella's sister, has stated that now let me ask you this right to this. Had you, before the autopsy came back, have you heard that there was a fight or that an altercation was going on over there before you found out everything now that you know now?
Yes, her friend, my daughter's friend did call me who had my number, who know how much I care about my daughter.
Right.
They did call and say it was a fight in the house, but they wasn't sure. But then the alcohol story came out.
Right.
So when the alcohol story came out, okay, my mind got to wondering who is true on what. So
right. So once
I just asked God. I said, God, I pray that you give me justice. I asked God, I pray. I said, God, just let me know what really happened over there.
Mm-hmm.
Pull the covers
Mm-hmm.
and show me, because she gone now, God.
Mm-hmm.
She gone. But show me what happened, where I can stand for justice for her, Lord.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
and that's when you came in, and that's for some kind of reason you came in the picture. You came in the picture. I kept praying. And God began to move and start moving in his time and start unraveling stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this is where we at now.
Yeah. Listen, did they really say that was alcohol poisoning? And she
That's what her mom said. That was the words came out their mouth. They were playing a game, drinking. That was the statement they made to her mom and her sister or everybody who was around over at her sister's house. Because they was asking questions.
Right.
So that's what they told. And so I guess, that what her mom, sister, everybody went with. Until I got the information.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because that alcohol poison did not sound right for me. No, not at all.
Right.
No, she don't drink like that. I know that for a fact.
Right. So now once the autopsy came back, okay, and it came back that your daughter was beaten, right? Khalil was nowhere to be found. He didn't come back around. He didn't pick up his phone. Is that what happened? That he just disappeared once the truth came out in the autopsy?
He went off the radar. He went off the radar from what I was told. All of them went off the radar. I guess once he got out there on social media or Twitter or Facebook, how they communicate. Like I said, I don't be out there like that. Right. That's not that's not me. I'm old school. Right. So, all her friends, my daughter friends start commenting about it on, on their pages, what I'm hearing. And all of a sudden, all of them started shutting down their pages, their Facebook pages or Twitter accounts or, whatever they was on. So,
right.
But
they start shutting them down.
Nowhere to be found, nowhere to ask no questions, no nothing,
Yeah. I got all of their pictures that morning. All of their pictures. The North Carolina Beat found every single one of those individuals who was in that room with Shanquella picture. Her picture wasn't going to be the only one going around. I mean, people knew Khalil, but the other people, they didn't know. So it was easy to find Khalil. But to think that your name was just going to be out there without people seeing who you are, have you tried to reach out to Khalil? Has anything in you? Because I really know, I'm not going to say that, but has anything you say, let me try to call him. I need to talk to this man. I need to see why this man, my daughter's guy best friend, would do this. Like, did you try to call him yourself or get an answer to him yourself, although he didn't reach out to you or call you?
Well, ask mom and sister, they called, they said he didn't answer his phone, so it wasn't even called. So,
right.
Going forward, it's in God's hands.
Yeah.
I'm going to let God deal with it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I'm going to let God deal with it, and He's dealing with it. So,
absolutely.
She will get her justice. My daughter will get her justice. She will not die in vain. Each and every one of you all, whatever the law says, that's what I'm going with, or you're going to add a little more extra,
Right. Absolutely.
Whatever the law says. Because all y'all was there. All y'all was accessory to whatever y'all did to her. And y'all know what's wrong. Y'all know it was wrong. To the utmost. Y'all know it was wrong. Y'all know. I don't know how y'all can sit here and think she got a mother and a father that love her conditionally. Y'all ain't bring her in this world. Who give y'all authority to take her life? Who give y'all authority to take her life? My world has shut down because I don't have her.
Yeah.
My world has shut down because I don't have her. I just got to bring her justice.
Yeah. And we're going to get it. Mark?
Because you stole something from me.
Yeah.
Tremendously.
Yeah.
You don't know me. I don't know you all. But y'all done stole something from me. Tremendously.
Yeah.
Y'all did not have to touch her. She ain't did none of y'all. If she said any words, y'all can let words is words. That's it.
Yeah.
That's not y'all child for y'all to be attacking her, beating on her like that, body slamming her, breaking her neck and her spinal cord. Really? Really? And I know some of you ladies, when I heard that y'all got little kids.
Yeah.
How would y'all feel if y'all child got taken from you all?
Yeah.
You can't see him no more.
Yeah.
You know, you can't hear their voice.
Yeah.
You know. So whatever the consequences is that the law deal you all.
Yes. Yes. Have you been told who found Shanquella? I mean, were they still in the room, like, or did they leave her? Because, you know, of course, there was a rumor going around that a maid had found her. What have you? Have you been told how she was found? Were they in the room? Did they leave after the medics got there? And I mean, and they came back later. Have you been told of how she was discovered?
So when I was told, the maid said they found her sitting up in the chair, or either sitting up in the bed. Sitting up in the bed or sitting in the chair with a broke neck and a spinal cord.
Dead. What?
She died at 3 p.m. Nazeer, you said you arrived at that house on that video. You said at 3:30 something. So if you arrived there, sir, if you arrived there, it should have been 12:30 or 12:45. You got there at that house. So evidently she had to be alive when you was there. So in that scenario, you saw the condition that she was in, and you saw the bruises that she was, on her. You should have called the medics, or somebody should have called all of y'all. Y'all could have carried her. She ain't about 120 pounds, 125 pounds. But y'all chose not to. Y'all chose to got your thing, got out of there and got her suitcase. And for what our statement says, one of y'all called a taxi cab and went to the airport hotel. Now, I don't know how true all this is, but that's what I'm hearing. And one of you called back to the States and asked somebody what to do.
It's true.
One of you all called back. Y'all panicked. And one of y'all asked what to do.
Wow.
So
you left her and the maid found her. Because I was trying to figure out, how did she get from the bedroom to the living room where she was found? Y'all drug her from the bedroom to the living room? I mean, I'm just trying to understand. And this Nazeer guy, he told me on the phone call, Mr. Bernard, that me and him had before he went live the other night, and I played it on here. He said that he got there at 2:16. Then he came back on the live and said he got there at 3 p.m. something. And then he said he was by 4:26. He was by the pool saying, "Quella, get up." So when you got there and you started CPR, and the death certificate and the autopsy say she died 15 minutes after her injury, which was at 3 p.m. So that means you did CPR on her and left her where she was, and then you went by the pool and said, "Hey, Quella, get up," knowing she was dead. I mean, but the thing about it is, he's a compulsive liar, Mr. Bernard, and he can't be trusted. And I dissected the video, and I proved that Nazeer Wiggins is a liar, and he is as much responsible and guilty as the rest of them, and they need to be held accountable. Now,
I mean, he said he did CPR. Then they say it was a medic in the house. So that medic don't know how to do CPR.
That's it. Hello.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Bernard, one last question. The FBI is now involved. They have revoked their passport, so they can't flee. What is the FBI telling you? I know you don't have to go much into detail, but is there anything that you can share with us that they are telling you, other than that they are investigating it? Have they told you? Have they spoken to anyone? I do know that they have communicated with us that if there's anyone, that they are investigating it, and that if there is anyone who has information, whether it be photos, whether it be text message between any of them, or anyone admitting anything or saying anything, photos, and you have information, please contact the FBI. Doesn't matter what state you're in, whether you're in Connecticut or you're in Charlotte, contact the FBI, and they will route your tip to the appropriate people. Is there anything that you can tell us about the FBI on investigating this that you may be able to share?
No, I'm not. I'm just waiting on them.
Yes,
I'm in the blind, just like everybody else in the blind. I just know God is moving.
Mm-hmm.
He's moving at his own time, and I walk by faith, not by sight.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
As I say that,
come on now.
As I say that, what I say, justice will be done for her.
Yes,
absolutely. Justice will be done.
Absolutely.
And I will know our Lord that we serve will come through for me.
Yes, he will.
The whole world, the whole nation, all y'all prayers, which I don't know none of you all out here. But, I know y'all prayers, and y'all, I know y'all prayers is one got me standing.
Yes.
Standing strong as I'm standing. I can't even sleep. Can't even hardly eat.
This is a big
hurt feeling.
Yeah.
It's a really big hurt feeling.
Yes, it is. Mr. Bernard, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So there's the interview. And what's also important to realize with these firsthand accounts of things that happen is that it's a person's perception. And his perception of what Miss Salamander Robinson was telling him on the phone, he could take away something totally different than, say, maybe Quilla did. So I'm hearing a lot of the BS about the family. I'm not buying into any of that. These people are the victims. And if that is your viewpoint, you are on the wrong channel because I don't see it like that at all. There's actually scientific evidence behind this, of the memory and specifically with traumatic events. So that's why I always try to bring the facts so that we can go back and reference it. So I'm going to end the video on that note. I know it was lengthy. I apologize, but thank you guys for listening.